Hi, a Rosie math teacher here to help you from my house tonight with what I think might be a super challenging item on the homework for my grade 7 math students. It is lesson 7.5, textbook 145, items 6 and 7. A builder is creating a scale drawing of a plot of land as shown. The original plot of land is 335 meters wide. At this point, I encourage you to go ahead and draw yourself a rectangle around the little rectangle that they have given you, and let that new larger rectangle represent the original plot of land, like so. And they gave me a measurement for the original width. It was 335 meters, so I'm going to write that now, 335 meters. The drawing uses a scale factor of 1/500. So I'm going to write that to the side. SF equals 1/500. And the first problem, number 6, says find the length of the original plot of land in meters. Okay, so what they want is they want to know what is the length on my black box of the original plot of land. And they want it in meters. Okay, so if they want it in meters, I have two options here. I can either use the scale factor I was given combined with the centimeter length I was given and then convert it to meters, or I can convert the centimeter length of the scaled down version first. So that's what I would like to do right now. So it says it's 130 centimeters. I know that there are 100 centimeters in a meter. And remember, when we're going from smaller units to larger units, you need to go from a larger number to a smaller number. So if there are 100 centimeters in a meter, do you think I'm going to divide by 100? Because like I said, smaller unit to larger unit means larger number to smaller number. I am going from a smaller unit to a larger unit. So that means I need to divide by 100. And when I divide 130 by 100, I simply scoop that decimal 2 times to the left. So 130 centimeters becomes 1.3 meters. Now I'm going to write across from my scale factor, okay? Remember that the 1 is the scale number representation. Okay, and so my new scale number, instead of 130, is going to be 1.3 centimeters. And then my original number will go across from 500, because understanding scale factor basically means your scale amount as compared to your actual amount. So for every 1 unit, there would be 500 units in the original. Therefore, I put my 1.3 centimeters across from the scale 1, and now I will cross multiply doing 500 times 1.3, and y'all, I'm going to do that very quickly here. 1.3 times 500, and I get 650. So I now know that 650 centimeters would be, 650 meters would be the amount I now need to write for the length of my original plot of land. And y'all, I just fixed it to say meters because a moment ago I accidentally had centimeters. Okay, so 650 meters is now the correct length. Now, do you notice we had to stay patient with ourselves? It takes a little bit of time and thought to put all these puzzle pieces together, but you've got this. Okay, so next up, they say, find the width of the scale drawing in centimeters. Okay, so of course, they only have given you the width of the original plot of land. You remember that? It was the 335 meters. So you guessed it. I now need to first convert the 335 meters to centimeters. So remember earlier, I reminded you that if you're going from a smaller unit to a larger unit, you go from larger number to smaller number. What are we doing this time? We're going from the larger unit meters to the smaller unit centimeters. So when going from larger unit to smaller unit, go from smaller number to larger number. So when we know that there are 100 centimeters per 1 meter, we now know if we're going from smaller number to larger number, we got to multiply by that 100. And when you multiply by 100, you can simply tack 2 zeros on the end of it, or scoop your decimal 2 times to the right and fill in those empty buckets. So we end up with, instead of 335 meters, we realize the original plot of land is 33,000, let me write this in the right place, 33,500 centimeters. And so now we want to use our, remember our scale factor, 1 to 500, 1 being, hold on, I think I just put that in the wrong place. Yes, I did. Okay, let me correct that. The 33,500 centimeters is in reference to my original. So I've got to put that across from my 500. So 33,500 meters. Nope, centimeters. Y'all see how you have to think slowly. Need to follow my own advice. Okay, so this would mean I am now going to cross multiply and divide by lonely number 500. So when I do 33,500 divided by 500, I end up getting, hold on just a moment here, I end up getting 67. So I will now write 67, and let me make sure, centimeters. Okay, so I have completed my proportional relationship there. And so I know now that the width of my scaled version is 67 centimeters. So I hope you were able to follow along with that for item number 6. Okay, now let's take a look at item number 7. Find the area of the original plot of land in square meters, and of course the area of the scale drawing in square centimeters. I'm not going to work that out for you, but I'm just going to remind you that when you are finding the area of a rectangle, you will multiply length times width. So area of a rectangle is length times width. So for the area of your scaled version, you would use the length that you already had there, 130 centimeters, multiply that by the width that you found of 67 centimeters, and then remember to write that area as centimeters squared. Okay? And then for your real original plot of land, remember that you've already found the length and the width of it for number 6. So you will use your length, 650 meters, times your width, 335 meters, and the answer you get will be labeled with meters squared. I certainly hope this helps you tonight for your weekend homework.